Back here with our minor league pregame show. I'm Matt Vasgersian getting you ready for Double-A Southern League action tonight as we jump into our Bowman Prospect Spotlight. Willie Winters is our man to watch. And what a dominant performance he put together in his last start. He had opposing batters off balance throughout and racked up a boatload of strikeouts.
Yeah, he just looked like he was really in control out there. And, you know, sometimes you can tell a guy is going to dominate from the moment he sets foot on the rubber. They just exude confidence, and their body language kind of says, "You ain't touching me today." That's what I saw in him. And even though I was a hitter in my career, it was really fun to watch him make those other guys look silly. We'll see if he's still in top shape in this matchup here today.
Okay, Eric, Steve, and I are ready for baseball, and we'll have it for you next on the show. MLB The Show's coverage of minor league baseball is on the air as we continue our tour around the minor league. Coming up, we've got a good matchup in store between the Montgomery Biscuits and the Tennessee Smokies. It's baseball, it's the show, and it comes your way next. And with that, here's a look at the visitors' starting lineup. Who stands out to you, EK?
You know, they're getting a lot of production out of that number 2 hole right now. He comes into this one as Mr. Clutch in this lineup, carrying a batting average with runners in scoring position over 350. That's pretty reliable, so he could definitely be an impact player in this game.
Drew Wasinski, the right-hander from the state of Wisconsin, is on the mound here. EK, what's the word on him?
Yeah, Matty, in his last start, he was pretty effective. Got the win.
Mariano Santiago comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half.
So we'll see how long they can keep riding this hot streak.
Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory and taken in out there for the first out.
Yeah, very tough to get on top of a fastball at 96. And even if you miss it by an inch or two, you know, this is what the result will be, an easy pop-up.
One.
Well, this pitching staff has done a pretty darn good job against him in this series.
Pulled high in the air out to left field. Piedra is in his tracks now, and that's out number 2.
Batting third, first baseman,
Tomas Garcia will stride forward now, looking to keep that hit streak alive. Currently at 6 games entering play.
This inning, he's just trying to get himself back into that dugout as fast as he can.
On to Morrison at first, and that ends the inning. An inning in the books tonight, still scoreless here on the show. Darryl Funk will stand in now, still struggling to get anything going offensively, but he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
And this battery knows full well that this guy's been scuffling lately, so they're not messing around here. They're coming right after him.
Fastball swung on and missed for the first out.
batting fifth, designated hitter, Sebastian Franco.
Ball 0-1. Getting on base, a big problem as you see the average there. 1 home run, and with just pitch swung on and hit in the air. Valenzuela is there now, and he has it. 2 gone.
And with the big lead, he can afford to take a few chances with that fastball. And here, this one works out for him because this is nothing more than an easy fly ball.
Into the box, Dave Iverson, as he swings at the first pitch and lifts a fly ball out to left field. Piedra is underneath this one, and he will make the catch, so that'll do it. Nothing across here this half of the inning. We'll go now to the top of the 3rd. And Montgomery's out in front here, 5-0. Gary Hirsch digs into the box in the bottom of it.
Now that he's fully loose out there, you can see he's getting a little more zip on that fastball than he had coming out of the gate.
Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out.
If you want to see a guy get blown away at the plate, this is just one finger down 3 times in a row. He was just overmatched there.
Into the box now, Ricky Riddick. Out in front of it, strike 1.
He doesn't want these guys to get too extended, and it's worked out for him so far.
And he struck him out as well. So the bottom of the order providing little resistance here, and there are 2 away.
And he was really late on this one. I mean, really late. You can see where the baseball is by the time he gets the barrel through. I mean, it's darn near in the catcher's glove already. That tells me he was probably looking for something else.
Stepping in now, Rod Brewster. Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Drifting toward the third base dugout, Yamada is there to make the catch, and the side is retired. Make it 9 straight here to start the ball game. 3 innings complete. The Biscuits lead it 5-0. Mariano Santiago will come forward now to start the inning, and with his guys down 6 in the early going, Live still 0-2. Right side, Morrison's there. And he'll take this to the bag. 3 unassisted for the first out.
Yep, another good job right there to get that first out. And you can pretty much bet he's probably thinking to himself, anytime my boys get me 6 runs of support, I think we're going to be okay. This is a pretty tough hole to climb out of now.
On the ground to third. Throw gets him, 2 down.
Now batting,
Tomas Garcia digs in with his team still looking at it's 0-2.
Yeah.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Can't start any better than this. He set down the first 12. We played 4 full, and Montgomery's out in front here, 6-0. Darryl Funk comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the 5th.
Boy, they've got some work.
When he's got that thing going good, it just takes a nosedive right at the end.
Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning.
And I'll tell you what, he's throwing with a lot of confidence right now. And he's also taking some chances with location, but he's thinking he's bulletproof out there, and so far he has been.
Sebastian Franco is into the box for his hit-in for the second out of the inning. A look at our line score to this point, and I'm almost certainly jinxing things by pointing it out, but it's worth mentioning that 0 in the hit column through 2 outs here in the 5th. In now, Dave Iverson. He flew out in his last at-bat. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. 15 up, 15 down to start the ball game. 5 innings complete. The Biscuits lead it 8-0. Gary Hirsch gets things started here in the 6th for the hometown team.
Still pretty early.
Swung on and missed, 0-2.
And that has been the comfort zone so far in this outing. He's just lived on that outside corner, and it's paid big dividends for him.
And he's retired, 1 away.
the shortstop.
Ricky Riddick is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Well,
by him that time as he falls behind now 1-2.
Seems like it's been a fairly consistent pattern. Hard stuff early, soft stuff late. But these guys don't seem to have caught on yet.
It's a pretty standard operating procedure, too. They just look lost up there.
Rod Brewster.
Rod Brewster is into the box for his second at-bat. And a foul pop behind the plate. Maley has a play, and that ends the inning. So 6 perfect innings for him out of the gate as he's been masterful. We're through 6 full, and Montgomery's out in front here, 8-0. Mariano Santiago will stand in, and he, like so many others, hit.
Boy, I'll tell you, to be down 0-2 against a guy like this with the stuff he's got tonight, not a comfortable spot to be in.
And for you at home, all I'm going to do is direct your attention to the hits column right there. It is what it is here in the 7th inning.
Fletcher Hammonds will try it again. 0 for 2 with a fly ball, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, he's definitely still bringing it. It's the 7th inning, and we're still hearing the catcher's mitt snapping all the way up here.
Geyer is back in plenty of time to put this away, however, and there are 2 gone.
Now batting,
Tomas Garcia will try it again. He's grounded out and struck out in 2 trips. 2. And he struck him out to retire the side, so he's through 7 complete, still working on a masterpiece. The perfection continues. 21 straight retired. 8th inning coming up. The Biscuits lead it 8-0. Darryl Funk will stand in to start out their half of the 8th with that starter still out.
That's allowed him to not really worry about making a mistake. He's been free and easy the whole way through.
Piedra giving chase. 1 away.
the batter.
Sebastian Franco will stand in again. He's flown out in each of his first 2 plate appearances thus far.
Yeah, and he just needs to make a small adjustment and stay through the middle of the ball. Think about hitting a line driver right back up the middle.
Throw gets him 2 down.
Well, a huge out number 2 here in the 8th. 4 big outs remain, but the finish line, it's starting to come into sight.
Dave Iverson will stand in now with 2 away, needing to really get something started here.
And their chances of getting... Let these guys chase that first pitch and get him in a hole right away.
Got him! So that's 8 perfect innings, and the fans can feel it now as the side is retired. 24 have been set down. 3 left to go. We've played 8 full, and Montgomery's out in front here, 8-0. Gary Hirsch will stand in now to begin their half of the 9th in a game that was decided long ago. 0-2. Put yourself in the shoes of that man right there. What's going through his mind right now?
Well, I would guess he's trying to approach his 9th inning the same way he has earlier, but come on, we know his heart's racing. You just got to focus on the glove and trust what your catcher's calling, because he's done a heck of a job also.
Ricky Riddick will stand in, and he, like so many others, hitless in the ball. Strike 3. So now he's 1 out away from perfection.
1 out to go. Can you believe this? Man, I wonder what's going through his head right now.
Rod
Brewster will stand in here as the 27th and many hope final batter in this masterful performance.
Oh, man, this is history right here, guys. I'm nervous for him, so I'm sure his heart is pounding right now.
Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Good pitch as this is swung on and missed, and now they're down to perhaps their final strike of the evening.
Even when he's just laying pitches in there, they still swing right through him.
They try to come in with the fastball, but it's too far in, and it's even at 2-2.
Yeah, I think you have to ask yourself, was he trying to throw a fastball for a strike right there?
Swing and a miss. He's done it. A perfect game.
But that is absolutely dominant. I mean, what else could you say? 27 up, 27 down. And you know what? This is the first time I've ever witnessed a perfect game. So it's one of the hardest things for a pitcher in the world to do, probably the hardest. But we were fortunate enough to see it here, guys. A perfect game.
One more look at the final line score there to see the great pitching performance that led his guys to the victory. Well, you don't have to look too far to find our tops player of the game. I'd say anytime you throw a perfect game, you'd be a pretty strong candidate.
Yeah, I'll say he's a pretty good candidate. All you have to do is look at the line score. No hits, no walks, not even a base runner. You know, these come along in baseball maybe once a decade, so this is as good as it gets, folks.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, get those smartphones and tablets out and head over to theshownation.com. Biscuits win. They come out on top 9-0. Good night, everybody. Matt Vasgersian back here on today's minor league pregame show. First pitch coming up in the Southern League, but first, let's take a look at the Bowman Prospect Spotlight. Willie Winters is in the glow, and everybody's been talking about the perfecto he tossed a few days ago, so today everybody's anxious to see what his encore will be.
Yeah, and it was such a thrill to watch him make baseball history with that perfect game. I mean, it's just such an amazingly difficult thing to do, and he did it in such dominant fashion. I mean, I know that it's sort of obvious, but really, there's not another word that I can think of that describes him on that day better than dominant. But after all the emotions and excitement he's dealt with this week, it'll be interesting to see how focused and ready he is in this one. Should be a fun one to watch.
Okay, Eric, Steve, and I are ready for baseball, and we'll have it for you next on the show. MLB The Show's coverage of minor league baseball is on the air as we continue our tour around the minor league. Coming up, we've got a good matchup in store between the Jacksonville Suns and the Montgomery Biscuits. It's baseball, it's the show, and it comes your way next. And with that, here's a look at the visitors' starting lineup. Thoughts, EK? Anyone stand out?
You know, I'm looking forward to seeing what that guy in the 5 spot can. And it's been a little bit of a rocky start to the homestand. Just one win to show for their first 4 games. I think it starts with the pitching. They've got to get a good performance out of this starter if they want to turn around their fortune.
At second, catcher, Gavin Brito.
Gavin Brito will stand in, and you see what he's done over the past 4 games, as hot as they come. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. And here's a foul tip into the catcher's glove. Moves it to 0-2 now.
And you can forget about trying to set up a guy. That's 5 pitches, 5 strikes.
Throw gets him 2 down.
Batting third,
Tom Benedict steps in, hoping to get things going at the plate. You can see it's been a bit of a struggle for him in recent games. Fastball that gets the inside corner, strike 1.
Which is going to hope continues.
Throws him for strike 3, and that retires the side. So a relatively routine start for the top of the first here. So it's on to the bottom of inning number 1, no score. Matt Finn will stand in now, still struggling to get anything. 2 count, here's the pitch. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Ah, way to get dirty. He beat it out.
Oh, love the effort, though.
Remarkable play just to stop that ball, but it's going to go into the books as a hit, and the leadoff man is aboard. Stepping in now, Sam Odom, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1. Still plenty to be desired in terms of batting average, down in the 180s entering play. 2 home runs and 4 RBIs. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Hiedra moves over, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
batting sixth,
Jack Gentry is in to take his first swings here with the runner still at first and one away.
Well, too bad that last guy couldn't advance the man into scoring position, so now it's probably going to take a gapper to get him home.
Strike two.
Yeah, and it's tough enough to hit 95-plus mile-an-hour fastballs. That curve gives you something else to think about altogether. I love this pitch right here. Just an elevated fastball with 2 strikes. Nothing much to it. He just says, this is just a good old country fastball, and he runs it right by us.
Standing in now, Alberto Mercado. As with 2 away, he'll swing and miss at the first pitch. It's 0-1. He comes in with that average down in the 240. Take something off there and had him way out in front for strike 2. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2. And Montgomery's out in front here, 2-0. Rusty Dowling will stand in, and you see the average there here.
It seems to fit the pattern, but you better not get too predictable out there. Guys will catch on quick. And as we showed you in the open, he's out there putting his perfect record on the line, and so far, these guys haven't shown many signs that they're ready to put a 1 in that loss column.
Derek Fabregas will stand in. He's got that one off, and he'll get another chance. Oh, and a good curveball that time as it's taken for a called strike 3, and there are 2 away.
Well, you know, Eric and I like to talk a lot about pitchers keeping hitters off balance at the plate. And this is an excellent illustration of what we're talking about. Now, we didn't like to be off balance at the plate, but this is what you get. He goes fast, then slow, fast, then slow. They never give him the same pitch or the same speed twice in a row. And that's how you keep a guy's timing all messed up.
Michael Daly is in with 2 away here as this one swung on and missed for the first strike. Been blindfolded for that swing. It's 0-2 now. Got him looking, and that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. The 3 of us are back after this message and a word from our local stations. Leading off the inning, Gavin Brito, as they'll look to get something. Lifted the other way out to left center. Calling for it, Piedra. 1 down.
Now batting, the first baseman,
Tom Benedict in now. He went down looking in his first trip to the plate.
Yeah, it's always a frustrating thing to go down looking, but you know what? Everybody does it. So you've got to let that one go and make the next AB count.
He'll take this in without much trouble, and 2 are gone here to start the 4th.
the batter, third baseman,
Matt Finn steps in now. Silly here. It's 0-2.
These guys need to get things sorted.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. So they go quietly here in this half inning. On now to the bottom half of inning number 4. The Biscuits lead it 3-0. Sam Odom heads for the box to start off the 5th in the chop toward the second baseman. Brett over to his left, and the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away.
the right fielder, number 30,
Jack Gentry is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his to short. Calderon ranges to his right.
the left fielder, number
And even when they do get on base,
Alberto
not exactly
Mercado.
something for the highlight reel. But he's aboard with an infield single. Just
2.
And you know what, guys? I have been really impressed so far. Not only has he used his fastball well, but he's also spotted it well. I mean, that is perfect location right
Now
on the
batting,
knees.
the center fielder, Rusty Dowling.
Into the box, Rusty Dowling, as he'll get caught chasing a bad one there at strike 1.
Yeah, Matt, we've seen it.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. So a strong start on the mound as he's blanked him through the first 5. Last half of the 5th coming up, and Montgomery's out in front here, 3-0. Derek Fabregas will come forward now to start out their half of the sixth, and they've found it rough sailing against this starter so far as he's yielded just 2 hits through the first 5.
Not too many hard hit balls there either. He's had them off balance all game.
Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
Shortstop,
Michael Daly will stand in, and that's taken. Now it's 0-2. Struck him out as his woes continue, as that's his 3rd strikeout of the game.
And I'll tell you what, a 3-0 lead with the way this guy's throwing must look like a 10-0 lead to these guys. I mean, they just haven't been able to solve him at all so far.
Gavin Brito will step in now. He's bounced out and flown out in his first 2 plate appearances. First pitch fastball swung on and missed. 0-1.
Well, there's another first pitch strike right there, and you know, he's gotten ahead of every single batter he's faced. So,
and the throw is in time to get him to retire the side. Make it 6 shutout innings as he continues to give him fits out there. To the bottom of the 6th we go. 4, 5, and 6 coming up. The Biscuits lead it 3-0. Tom Benedict will stand in now. He's struck out
to every hitter he's faced. You wonder why he's getting good results.
And he's just rolling right now, and even dozen strikeouts for him in the ballgame.
And I'll tell you, I like the way he's handling himself out there. He's going after guys, he's working ahead in the count, and he's keeping the ball around the plate. All the things you want to see in a young pitcher.
Digging in to try it again, Matt Finn. Loosen up. Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2. Got him. As he just continues to mow down these hitters. 13 strikeouts now.
Boy, his guys got him the lead back in the very first inning, and he hasn't looked back since. He's had everything go his way so far, and this inning's turning out to be no exception.
Sam Odom will come in now with 2 away, and to this point at least, so much for Hen. Good changeup in the dirt. Strike 3. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. Add another 0 as it's up to 7 shutout innings so far. On now to the bottom of inning number 7. And Montgomery's out in front here. 3-0. Jack Gentry will stand in to start out their half of the 8th with that starter still out there, and he's definitely
allowed him to not really worry about making a mistake. He's been free and easy the whole way through.
And a low throw to first that bounces as he can't hang on.
Now batting,
Alberto Mercado ready to take another shot. Went down on strikes his last time up. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Ooh, started him with the change, and it's 0-1. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Hiedra has a beat on it, and that's the first out of the inning.
now batting.
Stepping in, Rusty Dowling. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Up foul for the 2nd strike. And he struck him out. And there's the hat trick, as that's his 3rd strikeout of the ball game.
Well, the strikeout pitch has certainly been there for him all afternoon, and this, in fact, is the 3rd time he's victimized this guy.
Derek Fabregas will stand in for the 3rd time now, still without a hit, so that streak could be in a bit of jeopardy. Here, and he's set up for another strikeout here. The count to 0-2. Strike 3 called as he can't get the bat off his shoulders. Side retired. Can't ask for much more than this. 8 shutout innings thus far. Home half of the 8th straight ahead. The Biscuits lead it 3-0. Michael Daly will stand in to lead things off, as the top of this batting order really hasn't been much of a factor so far.
Yeah, and between the top 3 guys in this lineup, no hits between them. And you got to figure you're not going to win too many games when that's the case.
And he gets him to swing through that one. He's in control. 0-2. Popped high in the air. And not the start they were hoping for, as the leadoff man is kept off base to start the 9th.
Catcher
Gavin Brito will stand in, and he, like so many others, hitless in the ballgame so far. Grounded back up the middle. And that is through into center field for a 1-out single. Tom Benedict will stand in now, and he's been kept quiet out of the number 3. Chopped weakly to the left. Throw gets him, 2 down.
Yeah, and the only silver lining to this offensively is that you get that guy up to slate.
That makes it a 5-1 contest. And he's going to make it easily. It's a stand-up triple.
Now batting.
Oh, man, and with 2 outs, too. No excuse for this. You just can't keep forcing your pitcher to get 4 outs every inning. But he's going to have to do so here, as this is going to be scored a throwing error.
Skipper out of the dugout, making the slow trek to the mound. And we're going to have a pitching change, as that's going to be all for his starter this afternoon. So he'll depart, as he couldn't quite get that final out, but he will leave with the lead after a strong 8 2/3. Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, really a dominating performance out there. Look at all the strikeouts. I mean, they just couldn't touch him.